Just in previous two lectures, we have completed the two different type of clustering algorithms. If you remember, in first chapter, we will completed the centroid based clustering algorithms. That means K-means algorithm. That is the centroid based. In the clustering series, in the unsupervised modeling series, in first chapter, we have completed it. The centroid based clustering algorithm. That is the simple k-means or k-means plus plus or k-madoids. Okay, k-means, or you can call k-means plus plus or k-madoids. Okay, and in second chapter we have completed the hierarchical based clustering technique. A-H-I-E, hierarchical. Clustering technique, and in generally we have seen there have two types of clustering technique: agglomerative and divisive. Agglomerative and divisive, it will better. Okay, we have already seen this concept, we have already completed this two kind of concept. Now in this chapter we will going to discuss the density based clustering technique, the density based clustering. Okay, and in generally this density based clustering technique we call the DB-scan. DB-scan. Okay, DB, this DB is responsible for density based. This DB is responsible for density based. Okay, and the N, here we have seen here this N. This N is responsible for noise. Noise data is responsible for noise. Okay, now this SCA, this SC means spatial clustering. This SC is responsible for spatial clustering. Okay, and this A, this A is responsible for application. So if we together, if we merged everything in a single word, we can call it is a density based spatial clustering of applications with noise. So this, the if you just write the everything into a single sentence, then we can write this. Okay? It is a density based spatial clustering of applications with knowledge. With noise. This is the main idea behind this density based clustering. Okay, now let's, so the idea, the key idea that we have used here, we will use here, the key idea is we will define our whole data sets in two type of regions. Means the first regions in the based on the cluster dense region. It is first is one is the dense region, and based on this dense region means I am talking about some sense of the dense. We will see what is its meaning of the dense. We will see these things. Now the first thing that we have to know, we have to divide our whole data sets into two type of regions. First one is the dense regions, and in based on these dense regions we will build our clusters. We build our clusters. And the second one is the sparse region. Second one is the sparse region. Okay, and in based on this sparse region we will identify of our noise, which one is our noise point in our data set. Okay, based on this region means based on this sparse region we will identify what kind of noise, how much noise we have in our data set. This is the key idea behind the DB-scan algorithm. This is the key idea. Okay, now let's see. Suppose let's take the data set we have. This type of data set. This is some dense data. There have some low dense data. There have some dense data. Okay, suppose let this is one kind of structure of our data set. Just zoom this picture. Suppose let's take this is our data set that we have. So using simple the dense based clustering, first we have to find the dense regions on our whole data set. Just if you see this picture, then you can conclude that this is one kind of dense data set. These are the one kind of dense data set. These are the one kind of dense data set. Okay, so these are will be our cluster now. This is cluster 1, this will be cluster 2, this will be our cluster 3, this will be our one kind of clusters. Okay, so these regions are called the dense region. These regions are called the dense region. And the sparse thing means this kind of noise are called the sparse region. These are called the sparse region. Okay, we will see these things step by step. Everything we will see. Just in this lecture, just try to mathematical geometrical intuitions, how this mathematics, how these objective functions has been built. Just first try to understand the its geometrical intuitions behind this algorithm. So as time progressed, in a next video we will see what kind of mathematics are actually happening in behind this algorithm. We'll see this thing, everything we will see in details. But first try to geometrical intuition first behind this algorithm. So these are the key idea and this kind of job that we have to do in this clustering technique. Okay, so now the questions that comes into our mind, how to measure this density. This is a density region, this is a dense region, this is a dense region. How we will measure this thing? questions that come into our mind. How to measure? How to measure the density? Okay. So to find this answer, we will have to know some concept of some basic concept of mathematics. So the concept is the key concept we have to know. We have to know the mean points. What is mean points? We have to know the concept of epsilon. We have to know the concept of epsilon, EPS in soda I'm writing here. We have to know the concept of 4 point. What is 4 point? We have to know the concept of border points. Okay, we have to know the concept of what is noise point. We have to know this concept. So in the next videos, we will learn what is these points, what is the geometry behind this point, and how we will mathematically define this point. Okay, in next video we will see these things. We have to know this definition, this point. Okay, we will see these things in next video. So I think the geometrical intuitions, how you will construct this clustering algorithm by simply using the density concept, I think you will got the idea. So in next video we will see how to construct these things and how the mathematics are actually working behind this algorithm. We will see these things. So till now, stay tuned. We will see these things in next video.